Hello and welcome to Rickster's Realm. I'm Ricky, and today I'm going to be reading from this intuitive oracle deck, and I'm just going to be answering whatever questions that you have. Your questions can be linked and connected, or they could be completely separate and random. Go about it however your heart desires. I'm just going to shuffle these cards up a little bit, and we'll see what type of messages come through for you. So go ahead and think of your first question. Okay, messages I'm getting with this card here, it's a feeling of something almost coming to an abrupt stop is what I'm getting. This could be linked and connected to pretty much anything, but it's a feeling of something. I'm not sure if you thought something was going to go on for a longer amount of time than what it did, or again, this could just be linked to anything that I just feel. Again, it's like the energy's flowing, things are moving along, and then all of a sudden someone's putting the brakes on. There's just a feeling here of something just coming to a halt, coming to a stop, something like that's what I'm getting. Think of your next question. Okay, messages I'm getting with this card here. This has a lot to do with transformation, noticeable changes within a person, a situation, something like that. It's hard to say either way to whether someone else would be perceiving this change as positive or negative. The message I do get with this card, though, is that there really are no issues with the energy linked in to this card. Okay, so let's say there are a lot of changes happening within a person, a situation, energies, something like that. If for some reason you or someone else linked and connected to this is not happy with the changes or something like that, I feel like that needs to be addressed on a deeper level, okay? Because there's more stemming from that then, okay? Whatever the changes are that are coming about, again, I don't get any negative messages or energies linked into that. If anything, it actually feels quite positive, especially if this is linked into a person, okay? If that's the case, the changes that I feel are coming through with this card, they're extremely positive. That's what I'm getting. Yeah, I'm not going to ramble more about that one, but those are the messages with that one. Think of your next question. Okay, messages with this card. This is all about the need for healing. I definitely feel whatever your question is about, there's an emotional component linked in here is what I'm getting. And yeah, there's just something here that has to do with healing on an emotional level is what I'm getting. For some of you, the energy I'm picking up on here, it's a feeling of someone maybe being so far along on this healing journey, but they're not, kind of all the way there yet, but it's not a feeling of them being at the very beginning stages either. It's kind of somewhere in the middle is what I'm getting. Okay, think of your next question. Okay, messages with this card. Let's see. The energy, I feel like, okay, I'm wondering if your question's linked and connected to someone that's maybe acting kind of, I don't know if I want to say petty, but there's something going on here to where someone is acting in a nitpickety type of way, but I do feel like that's stemming from a deeper issue. Okay, that's what I get with this card. This would be where someone is making a big deal about something when really, if you're just to look at that isolated incident or whatever, it doesn't make any sense, right? There's a feeling here of someone's comments, reactions, something like that to what the actual situation is, like they're not in alignment. It doesn't make any sense. It's a feeling here of like, why are you even giving me a hard time about this? Something like that. But again, if that's resonating with you and things are playing out that way, I do feel that that energy is stemming from something deeper. Okay, so something like that's what I'm getting. Okay, think of your next question. Okay, messages I'm getting with this card here. It's a very unpleasant energy. Okay, this is where someone, how do I word it? It feels so unnecessary. Like the energy linked into this card, it's insulting. That's what I'm getting. How do I word this? Okay, basically, like the scenario that I'm getting linked into this card, this would be where someone basically just comes right up to your face and insults you. It just seems so uncalled for. It's unwanted, it's unneeded. There could have been a million different ways of going about the situation, right? Like even if this is something that someone feels needs to be said or addressed in some type of manner, this card's telling me that I feel this is linked and connected to someone going about things in just a really horrible way. I don't know, it's almost a feeling, and again, I'm not saying this is a set in stone statement, but it's almost a feeling that I kind of feel it's intentional, right? Like this harsh kind of energy, someone getting negative jabs in, criticizing someone, something like that. It feels intentional, and I'm going to take it even a step further of saying that, how do I word it? Okay, sometimes people, they will they may criticize you, but they'll try to like disguise it as like, I'm helping you, I just want to let you know about this and this, but meanwhile, like they're just, it's like, okay, you could have went about it in a different way. So something like that's what I'm getting. It's just, yeah, very unpleasant, insulting type of energy. Okay, think of your next question. Okay, your question could have something to do with taking on more responsibilities, needing to take responsibility for something. There's just a feeling here of like taking on more of something. So again, it's just a feeling here of taking on more responsibility, something like that. I'm not sure if there's a level of confusion going on here linked into your question. Whatever is going on here, though, it does feel like it's something that you could handle, though, is what I'm getting. So if you do feel like more responsibilities are thrown at you or something like that, it is a feeling that you would be able to handle it. Okay, think of your next question. Okay, with this card here, the messages with this is all about someone, how do I word it? Someone not taking someone else seriously is what I'm getting. There's a feeling here of someone, I feel someone is expressing themselves, right? Like they're letting just people know in general, or maybe just one particular individual, something like that, that they are not okay with something, okay? That something is bothering them on an emotional level, but I feel that it's not being taken seriously. There's a feeling here, someone feeling kind of wounded, and just not really getting like the love and support and understanding that they want or that is really needed within the situation. Something like that's what I'm getting. It's a feeling that, again, whoever is the one that's hurt and feeling wounded, I just feel like they feel alone in that energy. It's a feeling that, again, if there's other people involved within this situation, I feel like they're just glossing over it, right? They're like, oh, let's just skip past this. We don't need to talk about this. We don't need to deal with this. But it really is affecting someone on a deeper level emotionally, and they're feeling wounded or scarred by the situation, something like that. Okay, think of your next question. Okay. Messages I'm getting with this card here. Okay. I'm going to ramble, but I just want to kind of touch on a very specific message that I'm getting first, and then I'll just kind of go from there. A message I'm getting with this card. Okay, I'm not sure if your question is linked and connected to someone that's kind of crossed a line. That's what I'm getting. And I feel that this is linked and connected to, how do I word this? Okay, I'll backpedal. I'll try to just ramble and we'll see where this goes. There's a feeling here of someone, okay, I feel like there's two people. One person is very loving, they're kind, friendly, you know, like there's just like a pleasant energy there. And then someone else that has a more harsh, abrasive, maybe even mean, you know, kind of vibe about them. And how do I word this? Okay, this could be that energy has switched. Sorry, that's not how I want to word it. It could be that the person that's in kind of the harsh, abrasive type of energy, that they may become more kind and gentle towards this other person, right? That has a very friendly, pleasant energy about them. But for some of you, the message I'm getting, it's a feeling that both people were in a friendly, kind of happy, loving energy or vibe. But the one person, it feels like they've crossed a line and that they have this mean, harsh energy approach, something like that about them. I don't know if this is just picking up on a general energy, right? That this one person's kind of just, their energy has shifted a bit, or if this is more so that it's specifically directed, right, to that one other individual. But there's just something here to where, again, I just feel like there's this energy of someone who either normally is in kind of a mean, negative type of energy. They don't really treat people with a lot of kindness. That again, that energy has shifted, and that they are approaching people with a more gentle, kind of friendly, you know, pleasant vibe or energy about them. But I don't know, something just seems not quite right. I feel like the one that, again, is in that negative energy or has a kind of more harsh way about them, it feels overpowering. I don't know if they're trying to control the other person or if it's just their energy's overbearing, but something like that's what I'm getting with that card there. Okay. Think of your next question. Okay. Messages I get with this card is there's a certain level of innocence here. Messages I do get with this card, though, this can talk about someone feeling like naive or gullible, right? Or being labeled that. There's a very loving, trusting energy linked into this card. This, how do I explain it? It is like there's a level of innocence here. The message I'm getting with this card, this would be someone who's so loving and trusting, and how someone would view the world, people, situations, something like that from that place. But I feel like anybody that's in that energy, it's a feeling like, yeah, you're in that energy because the world hasn't ruined you yet, right? Like there's such an innocent, trusting quality here. But again, on the other side of it though, right? If you find yourself in that energy, but again, you're linked and connected to people that don't have your best interests at heart, then again, you can fall into this category of, you know, like falling for things and being viewed as being gullible, naive, something like that's what I'm getting. But overall, this energy, especially if it's linked to another person, there's nothing wrong with that person. Again, they're just like this pure soul, right? This pure energy. It's loving, it's innocent, something like that. There's something just so pure and simplistic about the energy linked into this card. Okay, think of your next question. Okay, the messages linked into this card. I feel like someone is hung up on someone, something. They're having a difficult time, moving on from something, releasing something, letting someone or something go. It feels addictive, is what I'm getting. The energy, it feels intense. It feels like it's all consuming, something like that's what I'm getting. The energy or message I'm getting linked into this card, this would be where whatever this is linked and connected to, it's a feeling like you can't get away from it, right? So even if you don't want to be thinking about it or immersing yourself in that energy, it's like you just can't get away from it. It's like you're just so caught up on someone or something. Those are the messages with that one. Think of your next question. Okay, messages I'm getting with this card here. This is all about needing to kind of get your priorities right. To go about things in a way that you're setting yourself up for success, something like that. There's a need here to be methodical, is what I'm getting. There's something here about, like not skipping over any steps, making sure that, how do I word it? How do I word this? To the order, that you have things listed, right? That you have it figured out in such a way that the things that are most important to you, that they're sitting at the top of the list, right? And you kind of work your way down, something like that. But it's all about having everything set up in a way that there's balance, structure. It's something that you can work with. And I don't know, just, very strong message here of something to do with needing to get your priorities straight, something like that. Okay, think of your next question. I already have the answer. It jumped out. Okay, so with this card here, the messages I'm getting with this, I feel like someone's playing it safe, is what I'm getting. I feel like someone's kind of holding themselves back. They're limiting themselves. The energy of this card, it's limitless. It's so abundant. It's a feeling of someone being able to reach new levels of success, to reach just higher levels of anything, really. How do I explain this? Okay, the message I'm getting with this card, so again, and it's all going to depend on what your question is, but basically the message I'm getting here, whatever someone is feeling that they're capable of doing, you can do more, okay? So wherever you're sitting within a situation feeling like, okay, this is kind of it for me, this is, the best I can do, that's a lie, okay? This card tells me that there's something here about, I feel like someone's lacking confidence. I almost feel like the message I'm getting with this card, it's something to where whoever's the one that's just kind of playing it safe, you do not see your potential, okay? There's something here to where I feel like other people on the outside can probably see it clear as day, right? They're like, why aren't you striving for more, right? Like, it's something like that's what I'm getting. But I feel like someone's holding themselves back. And I feel like this is because, again, like they're not feeling confident and secure with who they are, within the situation, the circumstances, whatever it is they're dealing with. And so it's just a feeling of someone playing it safe, but I feel like you can have more, do more, be more, something like that, but you have to kind of get out of your comfort zone. Oh, that card got away on me. Okay, think of your next question. Okay, let's see here. Okay, messages with this card. Mental torment. I feel like someone is replaying a painful experience or scenario, something like that, in their head over and over again. I feel like someone is looking at a situation from a very narrow perspective. Okay? I feel like why someone is feeling trapped mentally, again, is because of their perspective. Like they're looking at something, I feel, in such a black and white way, right? There's no shades of gray, there's no room to wiggle around, there's no room to fuss with things a little bit, right? So then you're just stuck exactly where you are, spinning in circles. Because again, I feel like someone's looking at something in such a strict way that you don't give yourself any room to move. There's no freedom here because you're keeping yourself stuck based on how you're viewing a situation, how you're thinking about someone or something. It's like creating a prison, is what I'm getting. And I don't know. I know this is easier said than done, but it's a feeling. It's like you can free yourself from this situation at any point in time, but you have to find a way of looking at it from a different angle. Because to keep doing what you've been doing, you're going to keep getting what you've been getting, right? Which is not pleasant energy. So yeah, those are the messages with that card. Okay, I'm going to pull one more card. So think of your last question. Okay. The messages with this card, the energy, it feels noticeable. It feels, I'm hearing aggressive, okay? The energy, it feels a bit aggressive, forceful, attention-seeking, loud, obnoxious, annoying. There's something, again, only take the messages as they resonate for your situation, but there's something, how do I word it? Again, the energy it feels very external, just very much kind of put out there, something like that. But there's something, I feel like there's something linked into it that, again, seems a little bit aggressive or a bit too much. You know what I mean? Like it's just too much of something is what I'm getting. Yeah, I don't know. Those are the messages with that card there. Okay, so those are the messages today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'm going to go away now.